I think the surprise in this day and age has become an endangered species. I think we are witnessing the death of surprise. I'll show you what I mean using one of my other favourite property shows, Escape to the Country. They've got loads of different presenters. My favourite is this chap. His name is Alistair Appleton. He's basically Michael Owen without the charisma. Lovely chap. They start each show, it's always the same sort of thing. They start with a little tease about where they are. This is even before the opening titles. The presenter starts by giving you a little tidbit of local information, something like this.
Mathematically speaking, this wonderfully eccentric building behind me is a hexadecagon.
I know I'm being pernickety here, but that just annoys me, right? I mean, that is a hexadecagon. It's a two-dimensional shape with 16 sides, and the house is not a two-dimensional shape. But even then, is that mathematically speaking a hexadecagon, or is it just speaking? I mean, if I said that this was mathematically speaking a square, that sounds odd, doesn't it? Because it is just a square. That's what a square is. That's Englishly speaking a square. And if I said my house was mathematically speaking a square, you'd know what I meant, but it's not true. My house is a cuboid with a Toblerone on top, right? Anyway, I'm being fussy. I apologise, I'm being fussy.
Mathematically speaking, this wonderfully eccentric building behind me is a hexadecagon.
No, Alistair, you've used the wrong word there. You've been a Lexa-dick again. I'm interrupting. Sorry, here's the tease. Here he goes.
Find out how many sides it has and where I am in just a moment on Escape to the Country.
And then they start the opening titles. And even if you weren't planning on watching, you stay with it just to find out where he is. And they tell you just as the opening titles end.
I'm in Devon.
There you go. That's all it is, a nice little hook to get you into the show, and it's always there.
Where am I?
But if you want to know where I am...
So where am I?
Where am I?
So where is this most fertile corner of Britain?
Where am I? We'll stick around for just a few more seconds.
Well, keep watching.
Let's find out.
Find out.
Find out as we escape to the country.
You see? Always the same pattern. But what is the point of them going to that effort if the continuity announcer, who is introducing the programme, does this?
Now though, in search of rural isolation for a family with 14 dogs and cats, we escape to Cornwall.
The surprise is completely ruined. They do that, and then you get Aled Jones doing this.
Today I'm in a county whose temperate climate makes it possible to grow produce as diverse as chilies and tea.
I know, you're in Cornwall.
Where am I?
You're in Cornwall.
Find out as we escape to the country.
I don't need to, you're in Cornwall.
Today I'm in Cornwall.
I know. The channel has just ruined the beginning of the programme that they're broadcasting.
No one really. Will a swimming pool and a vineyard seal the deal in Wiltshire? We escape to the country.
Welcome to Escape to the Country. Today I'm standing on top of England's tallest cathedral.
Oh, that must be Salisbury, that's in Wiltshire.
It's also home to what is thought to be the world's oldest working clock.
Oh, didn't know that was in Wiltshire.
Where am I? We'll stick around for just a few more seconds and I'll tell you.
I don't need to, you're in Wiltshire.
Well, if you know your historic buildings...
Or were watching TV 3 minutes ago. What is the point of this? The surprise is completely and utterly ruined. This is what I mean when I say we are witnessing the death of surprise. I think the online world is a part of it. YouTube is the perfect example. I don't think anyone can keep a surprise on YouTube. Videos routinely have titles that explain exactly what's going to happen in them. I'll show you what I mean. This is a video about a former basketball player turned pundit by the name of Shaq. And the video is called Shaq Falls Over. Loses shoe. Breaks the TNT set at halftime report. What is the point of watching that now that you know everything that is contained within it? This is another example. Look at this. Woman fearlessly eats a radioactive Chernobyl apple, but is then terrified of a little fox. Giving the ending away like that is like giving away the punchline to your own joke. This is like a comedian walking on stage and saying, and now I'd like to tell a knock-knock joke that I think will especially please fans of Doctor Who. Ridiculous thing to do. What YouTubers don't seem to appreciate is that the title for their videos are like the headlines to news articles. It's not meant to tell you everything, it's meant to intrigue you. It's meant to make you ask questions, it's meant to make you want to know more. This is what I mean. I'll show you a newspaper example, OK? This is from the Daily Mail. It's just a short story so that we can all take it in. Widow defies order to paint over stripes. Immediately, you have questions. What widow? Why is the house painted in stripes? Who's ordering her to paint over them? Where is it? Because they understand that that is the starter and that is the main. And if you read the story, it all becomes clear. There's a planning dispute. She wants to rebuild the house. She can't get planning. Now she's done this, and now the neighbours are upset, and so on. And you can see the kind of details. It's in Kensington. There are quotes. She says, "It is my house, and I am entitled to do what I wish with it." And she brands her neighbours as hysterical. Imagine if all of those details were in the headline. There'd be no need to read the story, would there? It would be an act of madness to headline this with something like, "Owner of £15 million Kensington striped house refuses to remove colour scheme, saying, 'It is my house and I'm entitled to do what I wish,' and slams her neighbours as hysterical." That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Which is why it's odd that that's exactly what the Mail Online What are they doing that for? If that's not enough, after the headline, they also give you a quick précis of the story, like some odd revision notes. If you've read the headline and all of the subheading, what is your incentive to read any of the full-length story? If that is a starter, it's 5 shredded wheat without milk. Just as with YouTube, I think this is down to the infinite marketplace of the online world. When you've bought the paper with cash money, you've made a commitment. But online, they feel they could lose you at any moment, so they have to offer up everything straight away, which means they kill all their own surprises. Now, maybe I'm alone in wanting to be surprised. I mean, sometimes on YouTube, people are giving away surprises, and the surprise is useless. And yet, millions of people click through. Take a look at this. The title for this video gives away exactly what happens. And as you can see, 4 million people, near enough, have watched this video. And the title is "Man Cooking Egg Omelette," which incidentally is my favourite flavour of omelette. Definitely in my top 3, an egg omelette. And giving it to customer on bread. That's the surprise. Why have 4 million people watched that? I think that's 4 million people thinking that can't be all that bloody happens. I bet all the eggs fall off the table. There's got to be something else going on. I'm going to watch that. And then they're being surprised by the lack of surprise.